Thank you, Richard. Now, my next guest has sold over 100 million albums as part of Eurythmics. He enjoyed success around the world before embarking on a solo career course. Just released his latest album, Blackbird Diaries. I'm going to be talking to Dave in just a minute. First, let's have a listen, though.
Well, we were playing in the Roman ruins in the town of Arles. She said, "Parlez-vous français?" I said, "Oui, je parle." She asked me for some cigarettes. I gave her my per diem.
Well, Dave Stewart joins me now. So, congratulations, #1 country album.
I know, crazy.
How fantastic is that?
Interesting and crazy, yeah.
Yeah, but really good, you know? I mean, all these different sort of types of music that you've done. So the Blackbird Diaries, was that kind of labour of love? Is it something you've been wanting to do for ages?
Actually, it all came about in a very strange way. I was stuck in a volcanic ash storm last year here. I bought a guitar in a shop that was owned by a very strange sort of country artist called Red River Dave, very eccentric, because I found all of his things in the case, you know? And that guitar led me to Nashville, and I had a message to meet Tina McBride, and I made an album in 5 days after not making a solo album for 14 years.
That really intensive period of creativity, you know, just...
Yeah, I wrote the songs and recorded it with Nashville musicians in 5 days, in between doing other things. And when it wasn't until I got home, I put it on and went, oh, I've made an album.
And it's so different from what you normally do, you know that. But that's the thing about you. You're always creating. You're always doing so many things. You know, you're involved with movies and writing books. Obviously involved as well with Ghost, which just had its premiere this week, which I went along to, and I loved it. What a cracking show! You must have been so pleased with that when you saw it.
It's great sitting in the audience and watching them all, you know, screaming, crying, and
Brilliant.
all those. You know.
It was very, very moving. I think just about everybody shared it. We know the story, obviously we know the movie with Patrick Swayze, and I was amazed at how on stage you could recreate those incredible special effects. I just didn't know how would I believe that he was a ghost, but you really do.
Not me personally, a team of fabulous people created those.
Yeah, it's incredible, and the music as well. I think it's going to be a huge, huge big smash. Something like that, though, takes a long time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was very funny because my album took 5
5
days.
days, exactly.
And Ghost took 5 years. So,
slightly different then.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you have lots of projects, they're kind of running in parallel. And it's a bit like Totopoly or something, where you say, oh, this one's over here now. Right. Better catch this one up over on this side.
Just keep the plate spinning. But the album is fantastic. I really, really liked it. And even if, you know, we're saying it's sort of country, it's like new
country blues.
Country blues, yeah, that would be the best way to describe it. As well as that, you've been working with some fantastic people. I mean, Bob Dylan, Joss Stone. You've been working with Joss Stone as well. Really, you know, it's a very exciting time in your career as well.
It's a funny thing that happened. I made Stevie Nicks' album, and that came out about a month ago. And I wrote the songs and produced it. And I made Joss Stone's album, which is coming out next week. Right. And then I had this album, which came out last week, and Ghost, which premiered last night or the night before.
All come at the same time?
All come at the same time. So I wasn't planning it like that. And then, obviously, there's another huge thing coming next week, which is... you know, super heavy with... Yeah,
this is a super group. Now, Mick Jagger is going to be in that. I have heard of him, obviously. I think most people have. Joss Stone is there. I'm really excited, though. You've got the chap who did the Slumdog Millionaire.
A.R. Rahman, yeah.
I love his music. Yeah. He's absolutely brilliant. Well, you couldn't get more different.
And Damian Marley, who's one of my favourite... you know, I have a house in Jamaica, and I'm always crazy about Jamaican music and dub music, and always have been. Annie and I used to live above a record shop that only sold reggae, sort of dub imports and punk music. That's why the first 4 years we lived together, we couldn't write anything because there was this kind of noise coming that was like either punk music or dub music, and it's very confusing. Of course.
I've just got this vision of you and Annie Lennox, you know, listening to all this music coming up there.
Yeah, going like,
what's happening? But that's fantastic. That is like a super group. And with such different, you know, different people doing so many different things. But I really love Rahman's stuff. It's great. Because once I got the, you know, the movie soundtrack, I got all his back catalogue, and it's fantastic. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's an interesting time. And, you know, it's a time when suddenly I appear in the public eye because all these things came out. But I have been working on them for lots of different... So Super Heavy 2.5 years, Ghost 5 years, Stevie Nicks 1.5 years. But Joss Stone is very similar to me, like a free spirit, and took it to Nashville and we made her album in 6 days.
Crikey.
And wrote the songs and recorded them as
Right.
well. So there's something about going to Nashville and hiding and coming out with lots of these gems that I really like.
No, it's fantastic. I could talk to you all day. Thank you for coming in, Dave. It's great to see you. Well, I don't need to say good luck with the album, The Blackbird Diaries, because, you know, it's already #1 in country music and I'm sure it'll do brilliantly. And thank you for Ghost. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Right, still to come this